Hello and welcome everybody. This is SWGoH back with a Jedi Master Luke counter with poor man's palp, the daddy palp train. So this is, I got 3 battles here. The first one is with this like the standard Jedi Titans team. The next one has Shaak instead of Jedi Revan, and the third one has a Jedi Revan lead with Watt to force that taunt over onto Luke because he's not in the lead in that position. So this first battle, I mean, pretty much you just want to mod Traya for. I have her modded with speed and health because that with all the debuffs on all the other Sith, she's gonna be gaining a lot of bonus protection, so she can survive that initial onslaught, and then cleanse everybody, and then you kind of just get those turns rolling. It seems like Luke will always go after Nihilus, which is kind of good because he kind of acts like a tank. Because he's going to be getting between the debuffs on Scion and Traya. He's going to be gaining his max health, through the roof. So that's a really good thing that he's targeting him. One of the things that I just did, so I elected to go use my Annihilate on Luke, even though he's taunting. I mean, it's an extra 70,000 damage, so I don't really have much of an issue with that. And actually, so this is one of the second battles I did, but I wanted to showcase it first because the next battle has Shaak in here, and I figured that Jedi Revan would make this a lot harder with the Savior and the Mark and the Dispel. But turns out, once you get that first cooldown reduce from Nihilus, it's really not that big of a concern because you're pretty much every time Jedi Revan's gonna cycle back to his cooldowns, Nihilus is gonna be either at an Annihilate or probably likely another cooldown reduction. So you're essentially keeping the enemy team where they are in cooldowns, but they just kind of take turns. So they're not going to be like, Gas isn't going to be doing a huge AoE. Luke, somewhat maybe unfortunately, isn't going to be doing his stun because that stun really, really juices up your team. Trey gets like I said before, Trey gets the offense and the protection, and Nihilus is going to be gaining turn meter and max health, so it's a real big win for your team there. The only bad thing about these battles is that it takes 4.5 minutes maybe to do. Maybe a little bit less depending on some RNG and who you go for. Yeah, like here I annihilate Jedi Luke. And so I just kind of speed through this remaining portion here. But this next battle is actually one of the first battles I did with Shaak. I mean, it's no harder. It's not actually entirely easier because it's just kind of the same. But we'll see that come up here in just a second. And here we go. Here's my same lineup: Palp lead, Traya, Scion, Nihilus, and Bastila, Sean Ballin. I wanted to save Vader because I'm trying to figure out a way, trying to get all the teams worked out such that you don't have to use overlapping Galactic Legends counters within each other. So like I want to keep Vader separate. I want to keep Thrawn and Watt separate. I want to keep Darth Revan separate, even though Bastila Shan obviously is best in that Darth Revan team. But I mean, she in terms of Galactic Legends counters, a full Darth Revan team can take out a Sith Eternal Palpatine team, but then that doesn't really leave anything for Jedi Luke team. So it's a bit of a toss-up, but you definitely, I mean, if you're going for efficiency counters, you definitely do not want to put Vader in here. I mean, he'll help, but he's just too good at fighting or countering Rey. So yeah, I'm gonna speed this up. This is like essentially the same battle as the last one, except Shaak T just does a little more countering, and I'm actually a bit more hesitant to use Nihilus's Annihilate because I don't know, I forget when Luke drops his taunt. But so yeah, I'll let this roll out, and we'll have the next battle be a Jedi Revan lead with Watt and Luke in there. So see you there. Alright, so here we are at the Jedi Revan lead team. I did a bunch of tries with this with the same team. I got close, but Traya, I mean, there's like so much more damage on this team because they're actually, instead of just calling one other to assist, they're doing that extra one attack. And that really, without stopping Watt for some reason, that just keeps going, and they wind up destroying Traya. so I throw Han in here just to stop Watt from doing his funny business, and literally that is all he's used for, just getting that first turn. He takes maybe like 2-3 other turns during this, I think he actually gets a kill. But I mean, he's just there for the stun. And the cool thing is that, it's fine if Traya dies. It's, at this point, you're not really contingent on an isolate because Jedi Master Luke isn't really going to be taunting as much because he's not in the lead. But he is still going to be going after Nihilus. And Nihilus is still going to be getting juiced up and getting his annihilates and all that good stuff. So this was actually really satisfying to see, just finally see the Sith take over Jedi Revan once more. I did try a full Sith Empire team. Again, I want to keep Watt and Thrawn out of as many counters as possible because Watt and Thrawn need to be in the Vader counter against Rey. So yeah, this is you do give up Han, but if you're seeing 3 to 4 Galactic Legends, then I think that's a trade you'll be willing to make. So there you go. We just saw Han take out. He got a kill, so he did provide value in this team. One of the interesting things, and maybe it's just me, I have to go look at the kit again. But when it's just down to Luke here, he's gaining health, even though I have Shaak on him. And what I'm thinking that actually is him just gaining max health. But you'll see in just a minute. I don't want to call it a bug, but maybe it's just something I'm not very aware of. But anyway, so this is me just spamming buttons just to get Luke down in time before the timer ends. But that's what we have here. Those are your counters to a couple different Jedi Luke teams that I've been seeing. I have my mods at the end of this, and that is all. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.